is International DJ Cypher in the mix.
Wonderful people. We are about to start in the next 5 to 6 minutes. So grab your cocktail, whatever it is that you need, take a seat so that we can start celebrating top 40, under 40 KE. Thank you very much. I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors, our partners, SimbaCorp, Business Daily, Johnnie Walker. Again, I'd like to appreciate our partners, SimbaCorp, Johnnie Walker, and Nation Media Group, specifically Business Daily.
One, two, one, two, one, two.
We are about to start in the next 5 to 6 minutes. So grab your cocktail, grab a chair, and let's start the celebration of the top 40 under 40 men, KE. Again, I'd like to take this opportunity to appreciate our partners, Simba Corporation, EABL and Johnny Walker, Lancet, Business Daily, Little Red, Dentsu, and Ronald's LLP. Thank you very much for helping us make this possible. So kindly take your seats. Would like to start. Kindly take your seats. Would love to start. DJ Dimes. Tuendelee na muziki. As our guests take their seats. Fantastic. Let's take our seats so that we can start this wonderful event. Again, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our partners, Simba Corporation, EABL, Johnny Walker, Lancet, Little Red, Dentsu Creative, Ronald's LLP, and of course, Business Daily. I would love for all of us to take our seats, get comfortable. We're here to celebrate greatness. DJ Dimes. I just start, yeah? Oh, yeah. Fantastic. Like to request we take our seats, be comfortable, and let's start our top 40 under 40 men's dinner 2022. Looking fantastic. So fantastic. How are you, ladies and gentlemen? How are you? Thank you very much. Awesome. So this table is awesome. Which other table is awesome? Thank you very much. I'm actually just going to give you eyes. Is this table awesome? Okay, so let me start again. Ladies and gentlemen, how are you doing? Yes, fantastic. Welcome to Top 40 Under 40 Men's Awards Dinner 2022. Yes, 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 yes. Good. Now, the Business Daily Top 40 Under 40 aims to celebrate innovation, out-of-the-box thinking, character in our communities and in our industries. And it's not a mistake that you're all here. So let me be the first one to say thank you. So a round of applause for each and every one of you. Just look around the room and appreciate each other. I want to take this opportunity to say thank you for all those times that you could have given up, but you did not. All those times people said you're going to fail, but you pushed through. All those times that you fought your own people to be here. So thank you very much. You're quite an inspiring group. And in fact, let me say something. I was a bit challenged when I read it. Because I was like, how is it that in this lifetime you've achieved all this? And I must admit, I was a bit jealous. And I'm sure you get that a lot. But in the end, I was challenged and I was inspired. So my name is Elsafan Jora. I am an actor and a poet, but I'm also a presenter in the hit show Twende. And what we do is that we travel around the country seeking sights and sounds, flora and fauna of the country, and also celebrating culture. So I'm so happy to be among you guys because you are pushing the culture forward. So a little housekeeping. Tumekuja ku celebrate, ama aje? Yes? We have come to celebrate, right? So we are going to drink, we are going to eat. So you definitely need to know where the bathrooms are. They will be on your right. Just go to your right, up a small flight of stairs, all the way to the end, and you will find the restrooms. And now, because this is a moment of history, and you're all dressed up. I mean, just look at you guys. You're so beautiful, fantastic. Get out of here. Look at you. We're going to take so many photos, not just one. We need to take as many as we can. And I'd like you to use the hashtag Business Daily and hashtag Top 40 Under 40 KE. Now, it's very important you put the KE because Kenyans were special. You know, just the other day we were breaking our own record in marathons. You know, with Eliud Kipchoge. We are special. We're not only leading the region, but we're leading the continent and the world. So make sure they understand. And let me engage you a bit. A long time ago, we could only read the newspaper physically. But it's 2022, and there are more options. There is the e-paper app. Does anyone here have the e-paper app? Because now we not only read the physical paper, but we can read at the convenience of your gadget. And I have a present for anyone who has the e-paper app. So just put your hand up if you have the e-paper app. In fact, you can download right now, and I'll bring that gift to you right now. I can see some people downloading. Just download it. I'm giving you a few seconds. You know, you guys, you are innovators. Can you download it quickly? And if you download it, just put your hand up, and I'll bring that present to you, specially made just for you. In fact, it will come with your name. So in 10, 9, 8, Who has it? You can put your hand up. Don't be shy. You have it? Ah, fantastic. A round of applause. A round of applause. Let me come. What's your name?
Alex Tutu.
A round of applause for Alex Tetu for his speed. So we have a special bottle. This bottle it's so special, yeah? I don't even know if you can, it's so special. There's even a notebook to document every time you'll sip whatever you'll put there. Anyone else who has downloaded the e-paper app? Ah, fantastic. Fantastic. Let's get another bottle and another notebook. What's your name?
My name is Ribin Ondwari.
Rivin, a round of applause for Rivin. Let's get a bottle and a notebook. In fact, this is coming with your name. If it's not your name, just write it, huh? Just white it out. Anyone else? Last one? Last one? Okay, let me see. What's your name?
Tony.
Tony, a round of applause for Tony. Thank you very much. And for all of you who do not have it, at the table there is a QR code. At your table there's a QR code. That is not for the menu. So that QR code is not for the menu. If you download using that QR code, you're going to get the e-paper app 2 weeks free. I think that deserves a cheer. Yes? 2 weeks free in 2022. We're getting something free for 2 weeks. So, and then again, let me just do a little bit of housekeeping. Please, let's not walk in front of the camera, and kindly, let's have our seats. Now, of course, I am going to be your host, but I'm not the one to give the welcoming remarks. So allow me to introduce our Group CEO, Nation Media Group, Mr. Stephen Gitagama. A round of applause for Mr. Stephen Gitagama. Na DJ tusindikize Group CEO na ngoma. So yes, as we make sure we are all set, the DJ Dime is going to be playing the music. So let's make sure we take photos. The hashtag is hashtag Business Daily, hashtag Top 40 Under 40 KE. DJ Dimes. Yes, yes, yes. So we have come to have dinner and to celebrate, and this is going to be different. Sijui kama nyinyi mumailetewa chakula, unajua maybe tumezoea buffet. So we're going to be seated there. We're going to have starters. As the DJ is playing, our very able people over here, watakuja hapa, they'll get your orders, they'll bring for you a starter. So I know some people are a bit grumpy about where the food was, eh? But ndio hiyo imefika. DJ Dimes. Does everyone have their starter? Yes? Good, good. So I'd like to bring onto the stage our Group CEO, Nation Media Group, to give us the welcoming remarks, Mr. Stephen Gitagama. Round of applause. Thank you very much.
Hello? Hello? So thank you, Mr. Njora. I don't know whether Mr. Njora introduced himself. Did you introduce yourself? Yes, I did. This gentleman loves swimming, so you have to be careful. He might start swimming just out here. He has a show on NTV. The name of the show is what? 20. It comes when?
Sunday, 8 p.m.
Sunday, 8 p.m. He'll tell us more about that. So our chief guest, Engineer John Tanui, who is a PS nominee in the Ministry of ICT and Digital Economy. Currently, Mr. Tanui is a CEO, Konza Technopolis Development Authority, and he therefore holds the future of our digital government. So he has a tough job, and I hope he will tell us more about what he wants to do for the future. Our host today, the CEO, the group CEO, Mr. Dinesh Kotecha, who is here. Our judges, we have Philip Mwema, the managing partner for Anderson Kenya. We also have Marion Gadogo, who is Director of Health Africa Oxygen. And our winners, honorable winners, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Good evening. Today is a great day for me. I feel very energized, highly empowered, and I feel that I'm sitting among great young men. Let me start by saying that the future of this country is in your hands. You, the winners of the top 40 under 40. You can clap for yourself. Now, this activity, this event, the top 40 under 40, is an initiative of the Business Daily, which is a publication of the Nation Media Group. Now, we started this some 14 years ago. So for the last 14 years ago, we have been, each year we've been celebrating 40 men under 40. And you are the 14th group. Now, what we've done, we've recently also launched the Top 40 Club. This is a club of all the past winners for the last 14 years. That means we have close to 600 people who are in this club. You will be joining this club once we are through with these celebrations for today. And I'm sure you'll benefit a lot from interacting with various senior leaders, various winners of the past. Now, Top 40 under 40 recognizes achievers in their category. Anybody can win, can become a top 40 under 40 man, provided you've exceeded expectations. You've actually performed better. You are above average for that category. We have footballers, we have entrepreneurs, we have, the other day we even had a CAS who was among the top 40 under 40. So you should feel proud that you are among the few. There are very many people. When we started 14 years ago, there were fewer men under 40. Today, we have more men under 40. So the competition is tougher, and you guys should be proud and feel good that you're actually among the winners. Now, this year, some observations that we observed. One of the observations which is a challenge to you is that the average age of CEOs when we started was 30 years. That was the average age. Today, the age is higher, is about 40 years old. That means the young people are not actually rising to the top. We need more young people to rise to the top, or the older people are better than you, and therefore you have no opportunity, or maybe wamekatalia kwa hizo viketi. So I'm challenging you to aspire and take leadership position in organizations, because 14 years ago, most organizations had CEOs below the age of 40. And this is, again, reflected by the statistics of the winners today. Now, from the winners that we have, those who are between the age of 25 and 29 are 19%. Those between the age of 30 and 34 are 31%. So if you take 19 plus 31, you see you still have 50%. So between the age of 35 and 39 are 50%. So we are going to exit that group very soon to Club 50. So I would like to encourage more young people to take challenging tasks, to actually try and do better, because if we don't have many young people rising to the top, our future is bleak. I said earlier on that the future of this country is in your hands. Now, I'm not the chief guest is there, but I'll just end by also saying that from the data that we got, 27% are employed, while 13% are self-employed. Again, that tells you we have fewer entrepreneurs. We have fewer people taking challenges as to take up private enterprise or to take up challenges on themselves. Most people are actually relying on jobs which have been set up by someone else in a different place. And that's why you have employees, majority of you being employees. So there are challenges, and we need to innovate. We need to have more creative mind. We need to be more challenging, more enterprising. That's what I'm trying to say. And mine is to welcome you to this evening and to congratulate the winners and encourage you to sustain that standard. Don't win as a top 40 under 40 today, and then after 3 years, we find you in the streets taking Muratina or taking some funny stuff. You must do the best. I can refer to there's some people who have won in the past, people like Moria, people like Oigara. They were among you people. We want you to lead. We want you to be the next PS. We want you to be the next president of this country. We want you to be the next star of this country. If you are a footballer, we want you to play for the leading club. We want to play the World Cup next year, next season, or actually this year, but we are too late to play this year. So again, welcome, and I pray that we have an excellent evening. Asanteni sana.
Another round of applause for GCEO Nation Media Group, Mr. Stephen Gitagama. Now, I'd like to echo some of the things he said, that for 14 years we have been celebrating heroes. And I think that's an amazing achievement for us as a country, because we haven't been doing that in the past years. And also he has mentioned about mentorship. Also, Kevin Gidinji, umesikia your WhatsApp group, that age group, waambie wapandishe socks. So now, of course, we are, ukienda kwa nyumba ya mtu, you have to give them the respect, and they have to welcome us. We are at Simba Corporation, and so I'd like to invite the Group CEO of Simba Corporation, Mr. Dinesh Kotecha, to welcome us here at Simba Corp. A round of applause.
Thank you. Good evening. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Honorable and my friend, Engineer John Tanui, who is the CEO of Konza Technology. My good friend, Stephen Gitagama, Group CEO of Nation Media Group. Our business partners, Business Daily, for this evening. Good evening and welcome. I welcome you to this very honorable occasion to celebrate excellence. I know you're all waiting to be celebrated in style. And therefore, I promise you I won't be very, very long so that we can celebrate you well. I would like to welcome you all to Simba Aspire Center. This place is called the Aspire Center, and this is a state-of-art facility that brings both our hospitality and our motor business together. Actually, where you're sitting here now is a showroom. This is not the first time. Thank you. This is not the first time we are partnering and hosting this event. We have hosted 3 events of Top 40 Under 40 in the past. And this is the 4th one. And I understand there'll be one coming soon, Top 40 Under 40 for women. And I'm sure we will be again partnering with Business Daily on the Top 40 Under 40 for women. Here we are today to celebrate the young men. And I'm very honored to be standing here in front of the 40 Under 40. I am sure you have been tested very hard. The economy has done not so well globally and for our country the last 2 to 3 years. And for you to excel in this tough economy means that you're tough people. During this tough time, if you have performed well, I can promise you that during the good times, and we expect these good times, you will sail through. Top 40 Under 40, Stephen just talked about top 50 Under 50. To keep you driving, to keep you performing, I will try and influence Stephen to see so that I can also participate to introduce top 60 Under 60. I want to be with this group. And then you get a chance for 20 years again to participate. All I can say, top 40 Under 40, that you are the leaders. You are the leaders. You are the innovators. You are the disruptors in this economy. Okay? And you, some of you, as I say, you all leaders, some of you are going to be great for this country. You are the motivators for those who are aspiring to be again top 40 Under 40. So please, as Stephen said, keep it up. Don't lose that momentum. You have performed very well and excelled in your segment. You have excelled in your sector in this country. You're doing us proud. You are a brand on your own. Maintain that brand. Ladies and gentlemen, I would say that Simba Corporation, and I'll be very brief, Simba Corporation is a 100% Kenyan-owned company. It's a very diversified business group. We have various businesses under the Simba Corp group. We are in motors, we are in manufacturing, we are in hospitality, we are in financial services, we are in real estate. So it's quite wide and a very diversified business group. We live with our tagline, as you can see there, growth evolved. And we have lived with that tagline of growth evolved, having started this business as a modest used car dealer in this country 53 years ago. Thank you. And Simba Corp, again, when I say growth evolved, it's all about growth. It's about innovation. Simba Corp is about creativity. And if you see that growth, creativity, you talk about excellence. That's what Simba Corp is about. This is what we share in common with leaders like yourself, top 40, under 40, who have excelled. And that's actually the reason why we're partnering this event. So we get together and we say this, we share these common things, excellence, and we work together to excel to ourselves and provide value where you work, and you provide value to the country as a whole. I wouldn't say much more than that, but I will say that Simbacorp actually drives you. Simbacorp drives you. When I say Simbacorp drives you, you've achieved a status in the society, and that must reflect with what you drive. When I say it reflects what you drive, what we do every time we celebrate Top 40 Under 40, we actually, Simbacorp, come up with very special, unique offers to the group here. We come with some very special offers, which I want to offer the group here today. That's about partnership. And we've actually created a very good club with the past events that we have done, and I would like you to be part of that club, where you will get some special offerings from Simba Corporation. And to match what you are with the car you drive, I will now invite Farooq Ali Bhai, who will come here and talk about a particular vehicle which will suit you. But not only that, I repeat myself, it will be at a special offer to you, not until you get to the year 50, it's limited to a period of time. And I'll ask Farooq to please come over and talk about this particular vehicle, which actually would reflect what you are. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, it's such an amazing honor to be here. One disclaimer from the beginning, I'm not under 40. My age is 54. And I really tried to see how I can fit into this group of under 40s. So what I did is, I said, let me turn my age from 54, let me turn it around. Still becomes 45, doesn't work. So I said, let me try something else. My year of manufacture, as you say, in motor vehicles is 1968. That makes me 54. So I said, look, 1968 is a leap year, all right? The next leap year is 72. The next leap year is 76, and then 80 like that. I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to count the leap years. I'm going to take out 1 year for every leaper. And guess what? I still reached 41. Oh my God. I just couldn't get it, right? And then eventually I realized, wait a minute, this is the 14th edition, right? And I'm 54, which means by the time they were starting, I was already 40. So there was no way I could have been in this distinguished club. But I really support Dinesh's idea. Bona Stephen, let's try and get a 50 under 50, or let's try and get a 60 under 60. And hopefully I might be able to qualify. All right, moving on. You guys have come in, and we're very excited to host you here. You're the creme de la creme. And I'll tell you what, even I didn't make it in the under 40. I'll tell you who made it, or what made it. When you walked in, you saw a beautiful red car, and there's a beautiful silver one at the back. This is called the Proton X70. It's an SUV. Proton is a Malaysian brand. And I'll tell you what, Proton is under 40. They started making cars in 1985, jointly with Mitsubishi Motors, whom we have represented in this country for over 54 years. In fact, we are the oldest global distributor for Mitsubishi all over the world. So since they worked together, Proton is just under 40 years old, and it very well qualifies to be here. Now, that's the X70. I just want to take you back to last year. We launched something called the Proton Saga, which is a 1300 sedan. It's locally assembled in Mombasa. It comes from Malaysia, but we assemble it locally in Mombasa. And because it's locally assembled, there's no import duty, there's no excise duty. And guess what? It's so affordable to Kenyans. Because many of us, I know you're all under 40, just by a show of hands, all of you who own cars and bought your first car as a brand new car, can you please raise your hands? All of you who bought your first car, mine shouldn't be there. All of you who bought your first car and it was brand new. Anybody in the house? Not even one. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's why we brought the Saga, because it's the most affordable 1300 sedan in the country. We launched it last year in February at this very venue. And within 10 months, it became, get this, the Proton Saga 1300 sedan became Kenya's top-selling #1 selling sedan in the country within 10 months. As of today, 2022, we're still market leaders in that particular category. Fast forward today. You guys are the creme de la creme. You guys have made it to where you have in your different industries and whatever. Mr. Dinesh said you need a car to match your status. How many of you agree? Do you need a car to match your status? You're successful. You are where you are. You've worked hard. You've achieved. You guys, I mean, there's so many under 40s in Kenya, but you guys are in this room and not everybody's in this room. So what do you need? You need the Proton X70. And why do I say that? I'm about to tell you. By the way, quick disclaimer. Is there a doctor in the house? Kindly. We'll need, thank you very much. Please stand up. What's your name, sir? Dr. Karuri, we will need you because what I'm about to say is going to get all your hearts racing so hard, you might get your heart flying out of your chest. All right. So let's talk about the Proton X70 very briefly. Why do people go for SUVs? Let's say, yes or no? They want something that's trendy, elegant, sporty, stylish, adventurous. All the words I'm using are actually reflections of you people. So you need something to match your status. More importantly, they need something with space, good headroom, good legroom. And then finally, they need something with that reassurance, safety, comfort, luxury to match your status. So enter the Proton X70. Now, I'm going to take you for a quick walk around so that after we are done and you get a chance to interact with the car, you'll get to see what I'm talking about. My sales team is here and they'll be happy to assist you. Dinesh talked about something very special for you guys and I'm going to let that out. Are there any press people here? It's silent. We don't want it going out there. So anyway, I'll come back to you with that. Quickly, around the X70, we start with the 4 alphabets. D, P, C, S. And DP doesn't stand for Deputy President, I'm sorry, and CS doesn't stand for Cabinet Secretary, all right? So let's talk about D. The D is the refined design of the car. If you look at the car, and when you get a chance, you'll just see how it's so well sculpted. The shape, the dynamics, the streamline. When you look at it, it's got the Tiger emblem in the front. It's got the daytime running lights. It's got the Tiger Eye LED. Come round the car, it's got 19-inch alloys. Go to the back, it's got twin exhausts in chrome. It's got what we call a floating roof, panoramic sunroof. That's the design. Now, it doesn't stop there. You want to get into the car, right? You go to the car, keyless entry. You don't even need to use a key. If it's in your pocket, if it's ladies in your handbag, just pull the handle and the door opens. Enter into this cabin. It's like an aeroplane. X70 sio gari, ni ndege. Let me tell you the truth. It's got Napa leather seats, which are ventilated, which have lumbar support. The car is powered by a 1.5 petrol engine, turbocharged, designed by Volvo and Geely. 7-speed dual clutch automatic transmission. Electric parking brake, auto hold, hill descent control, hill hold assist. And then when you get to the safety features or the performance, let me tell you guys, men are all about performance. Don't you agree? Yeah, how did you perform? Yeah, it's all about performance. It's got top speed of up to 200 kph. And it can do 0 to 100 in 9.8 seconds. Can you get that? The only other person I know who can do that, Ferdinand Omanyala, right? Give him a round of applause. He's doing us proud wherever he is. Thank you, Ferdinand. All right, so I talked about the leather. I talked about the ventilated seats. It's got things like multifunctional steering, Bluetooth, 8-inch touch screen, right? And then you come to the safety features. Now, I'm not only talking about the 6 airbags. No, we left that behind. It's too simple. Remember, the X70 is in a class of its own. So we're talking about something called Advanced Driver Assistance System, ADAS. What does that have? It has things like intelligent cruise control, adaptive cruise control, autonomous emergency braking, lane change assist, blind spot information system, tire pressure monitoring system, open door warning system. It's got a 360 degrees camera that can show you exactly where you are. So when it comes to features, there is no other SUV that comes as close to the X70. Guys, when you're moving up on that ladder, I'm telling you, this is the car that's going to take you there. Please partner with the X70. It will take you to the next level. Now, if you think it's just me talking about X70, let me tell you why X70 is meant for us, all of us in this room. From our biology, we remember that, you know, the chromosomes have X and Y for the men, and 2 X's for the ladies. The X70 is in our DNA. It's already there. We just need to get it, guys, right? So I'm saying, as you guys move up in your careers, we congratulate you, we celebrate you, we appreciate you. Make sure X70 is part of your journey to take you to the next level. One thing I must say, all the Proton models, whether it's the Saga or the X70, come with a 5-year warranty, 150,000 Ks. Gives you that peace of mind, gives you that reassurance, right? And now for the big part. This is what Dinesh was saying. Because we are celebrating top 40 under 40, the X70 comes in 3 varieties: the Executive 2-wheel drive, the Executive all-wheel drive, and the Premium X. What we are going to do for you very, very special is that we are going to offer you the X70 Executive 2-wheel drive at a total sum of $40,000 inclusive of VAT and registration, all right? And the other thing we're going to do is we're going to give you 40,000 kilometers worth of free service. It's something you guys need to think about. That is the offer Simba is extending to you. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, you have been a wonderful audience. It's been fantastic being here. We wish you all the best and all the success in your future endeavors. Asante sana.
Thank you very much, Mr. Farouk Alibai. Mr. Dinesh, I know it was for the top 40 under 40, but does that go for the MC as well? You know, like our group CEO mentioned that we do 20 and we travel, and I had 40,000 kilometers. I was like, we do 40,000 kilometers. Anyway, but today is not about me, it's about you. And thank you also for correcting me. This is Simba Aspire Center, and that was extremely aspirational and inspirational. Thank you very much. Now, this is the top 40 under 40 men. But I'd like to say, as we cue the video, that top 40 under 40 women nominations are open. A round of applause. So I'd like to direct your attention to the screens.
Who are these years of 40 under 40 women winners? They're innovative and disruptive in their various fields, ranging from entrepreneurship, artistry, corporate, athletics, academic champions, and much more. Do you have what it takes? Or do you know someone deserving of the recognition? Submit your nomination on top40.bdafrica.com. Nominations close on 30th November 2022. Business statement, more possibilities.
A round of applause. So the website is open. That is top40.bdafrica.com. I'll say that again. top40.bdafrica.com. So nominate a person that you believe shows excellence in innovation, entrepreneurship, out-of-the-box thinking, just like you or even better. Also, isn't it amazing that there was a time we would not have celebrated women, but now we are celebrating women. We are celebrating the younger generation. I think Kenya deserves a round of applause. Today is all about celebrating. So a round of applause for Kenya. Now to give the partner remarks, I'd like to invite on stage Mr. Joel Rao, the CEO digital brand Dentsu Kenya. Mr. Joel Rao.
Good evening. Are you excited? On behalf of the partners, I'm here to give a few remarks. First and foremost, the CEO, Konza Technopolis, Mr. Tanui, Group CEO, Nation Media Group, thank you so much for having us here. My name is Joel Rao, and I'm the founder and CEO part of a global network called Dentsu, $9.9 billion business, servicing clients, working with partners like Nation Media Group across the world. I'm very excited to be here today to recognize some of the partners that we're working with here. First and foremost, our hosts at Simba Aspire Center, Simba Corp. Thank you so much for having us here. I'd also like to recognize Johnny Walker, part of the Diageo brand, and also a wonderful client and partner. At the same time, I also want to recognize Lancet, who are here, Little Red, Ronald's LLP, Business Daily, and Dentsu Creative. Could we kindly give them a hearty hand clap? We are aware that without partners like you, events like this that recognize phenomenal men who are at the top of their game would not be possible. And I would like to particularly thank Nation Media Group for maintaining this culture of celebrating men. Very few cultures do celebrate men, and I'm really proud to be Kenyan and be part of a cohort of partners that do celebrate men at the top of their game. So a big hearty clap to Nation Media Group. Now, a brief, Dentsu Creative within our DNA combines craft, innovation, and technology with a deep understanding of modern media, contemporary culture, as well as customer data. And being part of this event is extremely humbling, given that this is our first year of operation in Nairobi, Kenya. Now, to the gentlemen who are here, today is about you. And I'm very happy that a lot of my friends, former colleagues, former neighbors, who we started with in Ruaka, in one-bedroom apartments, and making up to the top of their game right now, I'm extremely proud to see them here. And I've got one word for you. Phenomenal leaders remain visible, and they continually offer hope. You tonight are at the top of your game, and you have been recognized as leaders here today. And it's important that as you continually offer hope to the people you lead, to the industries that you captain, that you also provide encouragement and direction even during this tough time we are facing globally. It is therefore important for me to remind you tonight, as a 35-year-old father of 4 daughters, I'm the last man standing in my house. I want you to remember one thing. Remember, the way you lead yourself is the way you will lead others. So as we celebrate today, as we celebrate you today, remember that we are celebrating the way you have led yourself. And we're looking forward to seeing you leading others in the same way you have led yourself today. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Father of 4 daughters. Uko na kibarua. That's all I have to say. I have been told that dinner is served. Let me take that again. Hey, why you are not hungry? I'll take that again. I have been told dinner is served. Yes. So DJ, play some music. Your food will be served. Enjoy, take photos. I'll be right back. Thank you. And let me remind you that the food will be brought to you. The food will be brought to you. So sit down, relax. We have you covered. Again, let me take this opportunity to thank our partners, Simba Corporation, EABL Johnny Walker, Lancet, Little Red, Densu Creative, Ronald's LLP, and of course, Business Daily. Thank you very much for allowing us and enabling us to put this together.
listening to DJ Kakakaboom.
Yes. I hope you have enjoyed your food. Yes, thank you very much. Have you guys enjoyed your food? Fantastic. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to have our keynote speech. And it's such a privilege. I have never done this in my life. This is the first time to introduce on stage government. So put your hands together for Engineer John Tanui, CEO Konza Technopolis Development Authority and PS nominee ICT and Digital Economy. Makofi.
The Group Chief Executive Officer, Nation Media Group, Stephen Kitakama, the Group CEO for Simbakov, Dinesh Kotecha, all the colleagues here, the winners of the 40 Under 40 Awards, the judges, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. First, I want to really thank you, the Nation Media Group, for inviting me to attend the 14th edition of the Business Daily Top 40 Under 40. This takes me back many years ago when also I was a beneficiary of the same. It's about 10 years ago, that's in the year 2012, I was a recipient of this very important award. And it really impacted my life first, to see that you are recognized by your colleagues who nominated you, to see the panel of judges have gone through what you've done, you pushed yourself over the years, and at times you could feel you have even reached a plateau in your career. And here comes a recognition. Thirdly, it also helps you now to look at the future and say, how can I move to the next level? So it really brings a new beginning in your career. Since then, it continues to be one of the most celebrated awards that I've seen, that is more impactful, especially to our young people, the young men who are here today. This is going to be very impactful to your life. It has brought you to the attention of the country, the region, and the world. People will Google and they'll see your name. They will see your story. They will see your journey. Some of you are less than 30 or towards 30, 35, and you have a great number of years to do much more. The group CEO was mentioning something very important, that in the past, the average age of CEOs was 30, but now it says it's towards 40. And this is one of the challenges I want to give many of you, to see what can you do. How can you mentor many more young people to start taking the roles of leadership? And I want to assure you, CEO, this program is one of those impactful in the careers of young people. 3 years after getting this award, at the age of 42, I had a chance now to be a CEO. And that's how I moved to Konza Technopolis Development Authority, and it was courtesy of this award, knowing that I had confidence to take even more strides in my career. So as I stand here today, I give you up, the young men here who have been honored, and challenge you to aspire more in your different fields and see what you can do yourself, for your country, and for the many others who are looking up to you. Now you are like a light placed on top of a mountain or on top of a table, so many are watching you. So allow me to share some of my experience at Konza Technopolis. When I took that responsibility, it's something that I aspire to see. How can I be impactful to this country? And I interacted with many young other people, many with a fire to do something for their country. It was a dream that Kenya can be like USA. Kenya can generate technology companies to produce products like what we experience when you use Microsoft and so forth. And I said, this is a wonderful dream to be part of the Silicon Savannah. Initially, it was a challenge, but when I look back now, I appreciate the opportunity that I took to play a role in making sure we laid the foundations of Konza Technopolis, a place that is a special economic zone, a place which is a science and technology park, and also is a smart city. So it's a platform that's going to enable this country to really leverage its strengths and to enter the space of science, technology, and also the digital space. I know many of you have been recognized, and some of you are from the space of technology and digital. For the digital space, we've just entered. We've just scratched the surface. As our government even talks about a paperless government, a digital government, there's plenty and huge opportunities that will come. And I challenge the young people who are here today to play their role. In Kenya, we have witnessed locally invented prototype ventilators during the COVID-19 period, PPEs. We also saw even COVID-19 testing kits. And we've seen also in studies that were done that Kenya was ranked second after South Africa in matters of innovation, and other countries like Nigeria, Rwanda were following. So we as a country really stand very strong on matters of innovation, but we need to do much more. And the young people who are here today, you are being recognized, but also being shown to take charge and address the challenges that our country faces. We have many of our young brothers, sisters who are looking for opportunities for jobs. We have a very well-trained talent pool in the country. It's our responsibility to see how we can open more opportunities. And the future is in our SMEs, the future is in our startups, and I want to appreciate partners of this program like Dinesh, and he shared this story. The companies he's able to lead. And we are looking for stories that in the future, you will be partners maybe in the 20th or so series of this event, that you can host and even make statements like what Dinesh was making today about the companies that you are able to lead, the opportunities of employments that you can bring, revenues that you can bring to build our country. So as I conclude, I want to congratulate you once again. Some of you we've interacted through the programs we've had at Konza. James Munyoki, where are you? Swift Club. Yes, James Munyoki. I was impressed when I see James Munyoki is one of the people we interacted when we ran an innovation challenge during the COVID-19, and his innovation was so attractive. It attracted the president of Estonia when she came to Kenya to visit his office, as young as he is and the location of his office. Well done. You represented your country. Also, I've seen one of my friends, Taita Ngetich. Where is Taita? Yes, 2015-16. Well done, my brother. We went to China together, and we saw many young companies, and we saw the potential that our country has. We really have opportunity, and we have no other people to create such companies. We could see in their offices, they have IPs registered, patents registered. Those are the knowledge companies that create wealth for those countries. So it's quite exciting, and my friend also, George Njuguna, is one of the people I've mentored from a long time, and convinced him to leave USA to come to Kenya. And today, I'm very excited to see you being celebrated. And many, many of you, I can't mention all the stories. The people have read their stories here, but it's quite assuring. And to say, these 40 young men, you are strong enough to play a role that you will turn the direction of this country. you can contribute in the direction our country will take. And you have an opportunity to make a contribution. Don't join any those complaining, but to see what is it that you can do. And if you have suggestion, let's work together. And you have a great partner, the Nation Media Group. We want to appreciate the role you have in the development of our country and in all the sectors, including the ICT, the technology space, and we're looking forward to collaborate and work together to make sure the programs that we have to, like Concert Technopolis, to create opportunities to attract investment can be realized so that we can impact this country. So we celebrate you, and I challenge you to step to the next level. We want to see you taking to the next position, and maybe the reason why the average age of CEOs is going up is maybe those who are CEOs are staying there for too long. We are not opening room, so maybe we should be opening room for the others to come. So with those few remarks, I want to wish you all the best. Enjoy your evening, and God bless you.
Makofi tena. And all the best on the nomination. Godspeed. And now I'd like to invite on stage one of the judges to give a few remarks before we go into the meat of today. Put your hands together for the Healthcare Director, Afrox, Marion Gadhoga.
Good evening, everyone. All protocols observed. On 26th of June 2011, the Business Daily ran the full-page ad of the 40 women, top 40 women under 40. At that time, I was the MD of Cadbury Kenya and East Africa, and I was on that list. In that year, that was the fourth time I was recognized by the Business Daily, and for me, it was a point of a tremendous stress. And so today, I want to just share with you the 3 thoughts that I had on that day after I went home, and they might just add value to what you're already thinking. But at that time, the Business Daily said that they're looking for strength of character, for focus, and for people who are able to build bridges, and that put us under a lot of pressure. Today, before I came here, I looked at the 4 papers, I kept them, and looked at the 40 women who were together with my name on the Business Daily. I had just gotten married, so you can imagine what had happened at home. And I just checked where have they gone and what has happened to them in the many years that this program has run. And some of them have done very well, and maybe these 3 thoughts will give you the mindset that you might want to take with you from here on. I left BOC Gases as the MD last year in December to go to the global office to run healthcare in Africa with a purpose, and I know it's because of those 3 thoughts that developed in my mind after being recognized. In those days, we were hiding. Whenever your name was called up, you'd think, don't put my name, because we thought it was going to be pressurizing, and it would put us in a position where we didn't think that we were worth the recognition, and that's a thought that I can own up to. Needless to say, it was a fantastic opportunity to just have a platform and to grow through a career of leading businesses, including the one at the Nairobi Securities Exchange that I just left last year in December. So here's the 3 thoughts. The first thing, before I carry on, is just to say well done to you, congratulations. To be honored by your peers is an incredibly gratifying and worthwhile happenstance. To be honored by your peers is a really, really good thing. And from today, you just start doing your work worth of recognition, so that if you feel that you are recognized too late or too early, that you continue doing that work worth of recognition, so you can carry on and come and do this hard work of being a judge. And I'll tell you about the judging right now. So the first thing I thought about is the attitude that I will have And what kind of impact will I have? Will I buy a new car? So in those days, they didn't come and tell us to buy new cars. But we did get a lot of calls from car companies, from insurance companies. I'm sure those calls have already come to you to sort of take that, change your lifestyle to the recognition that you've received. Most of you are laughing because you know you've been called by excellent salespeople like we had today. In your position of influence, change your walking style. What do you really change? So, and you become really like the big boss. And I thought I'm going to be so careful because if this changes who I am, I may not be able to last too long where I have come to. So that the first thing was just the attitude, just an attitude of humility. And that's easy to achieve when you know that you've been recognized by your peers and that you're worthy of that recognition already. So you don't need to change who you are. And the second thing I thought is I want to be stable enough to stay in, being compatible with who I am, leading big companies still. And leading a global company now was because I got confidence, like we have had today, that actually if you continue doing the things you're doing and excelling the things you do, you probably go into things that build your character and build your impact in society. And the third rule, which really supports the first point, is just remember the golden rule. There's only one golden rule. It's been preached in different religions. And the rule, as you know, it is treat others in the way that you would have yourself treated. And in this space of just being recognized as 40 under 40 men, have a target. I had a target that I'm going to raise 40 women who are going to rise in their careers, and they're going to remember that I helped them come into the positions they are. And I have been fairly successful in building women into leadership, and I'm sure in the next 40 under 40, you'll see them nominated. In the last one, I went for the lunch because I had about 6 of them who are my mentees, and I had him say that they were there. Do that. Treat yourself to that human need that you have to help other people. It's a very, very higher purpose, and it is spoken in it's karma in some religions, but in the good book it is written actually in the book of Matthew that just do unto others as you'd like them to do to you. So let me just tell you about our nomination process and our judging process. This was a hard job. We had about 250 applications. Men are very interesting. They're very different from women. Men nominate themselves with the one name, then another name, and then another name. So we had men nominate themselves maybe twice or thrice, just to increase their chances of making it top 40 under 40. But when you see what it is today, you see it's more about whether you're worthy of recognition than not. So they give the team at Nation Media quite a job. So this is the same guy with another name. So and then we just got these nominations from self-nominations, a high number, but then we also had the public and peers nominating other men who are here. So you know yourselves, you know who nominated themselves, and those who are quite surprised to get called to say, come and be recognized as a man of influence. So then we went to evaluation. The Nation Media did a short listing of about 85 people. And to get 40 from 85 is trying to cut it into 50%. We didn't want to be biased and say those who nominate themselves, cut them out. Because, they could also still be men who are making an impact. So we went through each of the profiles, and then after that sent off the Business Daily team to do background checks. So we've checked you out, guys. We've checked you out. We've read your profiles. We've seen what you're doing in your different platforms. We've checked your history, and eventually there were some interviews conducted to the ones that we classified as Group A and Group B. I think I can disclose that. We had a Group A that was definite, and then we had Group B that we say, okay, let's just do more background checks, and eventually we then had the final evaluation, and we had 40. So it was they said to me that it's going to be 1 hour, 2 hours, but actually they took a lot of our time. And I work in Johannesburg in the global office today, so when I dialed in, I had a 1 hour disadvantage, and we spent hours and hours just doing this so that you can have a platform that is credible. So well done, because when I say to you how we used our time and how we made an effort to check you out means that you are worthy of this recognition. We are aware that there are some people that we may have left out by omission, not by intention or by repetition. We said, because we recognized this person last year, let's not do it this year. That's not because they're not doing well. I mean, the young man with 4 daughters who came here earlier, I just thought, oh my gosh, was he on our list? Because, you know, he spoke really well, and I think he's making an impact. And we've had the challenge today. So the final words I want to say to you is that it is written that time and chance is given to everybody. I think the good book in Ecclesiastes, whatever it's called, does say that when an opportunity comes, it comes to everybody at a certain time and chance. So it is up to you to take your moment of recognition and to use it well, so that in 10 years' time, in 11 years' time, we can still see you, and we can still see that the decisions we made as judges were correct and that you made an impact in our society. Doing good, doing the right thing, and favoring the society with your good work ethic. Finally, congratulations once again. May this be the start of a fantastic journey in your lives. Thank you very much.
Ooh, there we go. Wow, wow. Now is the time that we have been waiting for, the time to celebrate the top 40 under 40. And I'd like to prepare us, you know, to warm our hands up, because we are going to clap for each and every one with the same vigor. Okay? Okay? And now, because we are doing innovation, I'm not going to tell you to stand up. You're fine where you are. So we're going to do a rundown of claps. So I'm going to say 5, and you're going to clap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? Let's just do an exercise. We see where the food has gone. You know, kama imeshuka mabado iko huko. So 5. Okay, fantastic. So we're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And when you get to 1, don't cheer too loudly, okay? You know, you're wearing, it's a black tie, don't cheer. You know, just show your clothes some respect. Mulipiga pasi, sindio? Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, 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 good. Now, you know, we are living in a time when men are not as celebrated. You know, there are so many things that are being said. But here are men that we can be proud of. And to present and to award, to hand the first awards, I'd like to invite on stage the Group CEO of NMG, Mr. Stephen Gitagama. So also, tunaweza mpigia makofi pia, no? So please join me on stage. So also, watu wa picha, this is your moment. Are you ready? Yeah, I don't know how you flex your fingers. So yes, in a time when men are not as celebrated, here are men who are faithful to the deposit that was placed in them. Here are men who, because of this, they move a nation's compass towards prosperity. Here are men we can be proud of. And one of the things that I took from the brochure or the booklet was some of the attitudes that were illustrated by the words. And so I'm just going to read a little bit as I read the name. Away from work, he and his friends have adopted a home for children with cerebral palsy in Kakamega County. If we all did our part in whatever small way, there would be a big impact for everyone. The Director, Information Technology, CIO, Safaricom, put your hands together for George Juguna. Good. Now, in these words, I grew up in a four-walled, mud thatched house in Geta area of Nyandarua County, considered the least developed county in that part of Kenya, up to the point when I was joining the university, he says. My focus now, no child grows in this kind of housing. The MD National Housing Corporation, put your hands together for David Matthew. Thank you, DJ. Good, 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 good. With the likes of Victor Wanyama heading towards the sunset of what has been an exquisite career on the football pitch, Okumu is among those considered worthy to inherit the coveted throne as the poster boy of Kenyan football. Joseph Okumu. Is Joseph here? Joseph? I think he's still at practice. Entrepreneurship is lonely. It's a forlorn path despite the buzz around it, but it's one of the ways to leave your mark. You cannot build a legacy on rented land. Put your hands together for CEO Solutech, Alexander Odhiambo. One more. As a fresh graduate, Kevin showed up at the Unilever Future Leaders Program's interview dressed in a pair of jeans and without being shortlisted. He says he knew such opportunities do not come easy. 6 hours later, he was allowed to do the interview and convince the panelists why he was the best fit and not the shortlisted. Put your hands together for Business Development Director, Middle East and Africa at Kimberly-Clark Corporation, Kevin Achieng. Kevin? Maybe now he's part of the panel. Let's give a warm thank you to Mr. Stephen Gitagama. Thank you very much. And now I'd like to call Amit Shroff, Simba Corporations, to hand the next awards. DJ, tumsindikishe na muziki. Na makofi pia. Asante, 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 asante. I think mnakunywa, just drink some water. It's going to be, we have to celebrate everyone. Yes? Yes. Good. Growing up, being in the medical field was not what he dreamt of. His true calling manifested after he scored straight A's from St. Joseph Rapogi. He got a slot in pharmacy school. Otherwise, he would have been a man with a distinct collar, a priest. But we thank God that he's still a man of distinction. Put your hands together for Secretary General KMPDU, David Davji Atela. Yes. Until you have started at the bottom of the pyramid, it is difficult to visualize the circumstances of people down there. I wanted to be impactful in my work. Mentorship, he says, has transformed him. A former classmate. Put your hands together for the MD Path Care, Samuel Irungu. Yeah. Good. Good. We were losing about 100 lions every year. Different interventions to minimize human-wildlife conflict, the lion population would probably have been wiped out by now. Founder, Lion Lights, Richard Turere. On behalf? Okay. And how fitting that the award is a lion. Okay, just two more. My biggest thing is quality. I also owe my quick rise in career to the current teams I've worked with and my entire family, says Hawkins, who has traveled to all continents except Australia. We hope that you'll get there. General Manager for Hari Aviation, Hawkins Wambua. Look at the camera and give us your wonderful smiles. Fantastic. His plant in Kilifi County has installed capacity to recycle 80 tons of waste per day. Soon, Pomili hopes to produce energy from incinerating food waste. One of the products that he manufactures is organic fertilizer. Founder, Pomili East Africa, Collins Pondi. So I'm informed that Collins is now trying to go for 100 tons of waste per day. So we shall excuse him. Next, this, he said, will make them know the importance of conserving the environment because a good environment leads to a better life. Judge of Environment and Land Court, Justice Edward Waboto. Yes. Kindly request you look at the cameras with a big smile. Good. Good, good. Thank you very much. All right. I'd also like to call to stage from EABL, Steve Dowdy. Steve Dowdy. Come to stage. Steve? Yes, sir, fantastic. Makofi kwa Steve. So you'll help us give the next round of awards. You can get the attitude of a leader, of a person, in the short sentences. And this one perfectly encompasses this individual. Our people can grow if we nurture them. Director of Cybersecurity, KPMG, Anthony Mwangi. Make sure you look at the cameras. Good, good, good. Yes. All right. Working with children is exciting. You learn humility from them. It is simple projects created by young minds that develop into global sensations. Put your hands together for founder, STEM Impact Center, Alex Kirundi. Good. Fantastic. All right. We hope that the platform would help change this, creating efficiencies and eliminating manual processes. However, because of the widespread corruption at the time, the fledgling startup company failed. We learned an important lesson about conducting more customer research and analyzing external factors before jumping headfirst into building a product. After the failed first startup, we were not dissuaded, says Tesh. Put your hands together for this dynamic duo, Tesh Mbabu and Mesongo Sibuti. So they are not here with us, and we shall go to the next. So his driving force, he says, is his background. When you grow up in a village like mine that is resource constrained, there is a push. I developed an ambition to go beyond and start conversations to drive global policy change within the health sector, he says. To wind down, the doctor listens to reggae music. That's a good friend of mine. I am unapologetically a reggae fan who dreams of being a DJ someday. Put your hands together for Regional Technical Advisor, Clinton Health Access Initiative, Dr. Matiko Riro. Nasikia amenda jam session. So one more, okay? Being me is being ambitious. Already I love this guy. Being me is being, yeah. I burden myself with being a go-getter, even at the risk of straining other aspects of life. It's a delicate balancing act. Luck, he notes, is a magic dust sprinkled on his career. Partner and head of real estate, banking and financial services, Ashitiva Advocates LLP, Ribin Ondwari. Thank you very much. All right, I'd like to call on stage from Lancet, Moses Ondieki. Makofi kwa Moses. All right. As you grow and expand in business, you lose people. You realize you are hanging out with fewer people. The difference in your benchmarks becomes more apparent. You also discover that your dreams are not aligned. Being an entrepreneur and a leader sometimes can have lonely moments, and I'm glad that he highlighted this. The CEO of MediaPal, Maurice Juma. Good. All right. Sauti Souls, Bien Aime Baraza says, in the TV reality show Soul Family, I was like, what? You can sing? I told him, never come with a camera again, come with a song. In absentia, let us celebrate musician Nviri Sunday. Aya. At 18, at what? Njoroge, a junior golfer at Muthaiga Golf Club, was among 14 Kenyans who qualified to play in a world event, while the rest were not able to go through the first 2 rounds. He shot 6 under par 136, Miss Yelewe Yoyote, to beat some of Kenya's professionals and fellow amateurs, though he did not win the overall title at the end of the 227 million shilling event. He became the youngest player ever to make the cut in the tournament, which started in 1967, writes Larry Ngala. Put your hands together for golfer Njoroge Kibugu. Just like Tiger Woods, I bet he's at the golf place. Is it called a golf place? Golf pitch? Golf what? Golf course. Are you sure? Fantastic. One more. When you have a team, you must ensure 60% of them trust the manager. The remaining 40% should trust the 60%. That is how you run a cohesive unit. Founder of Palais Cafe, Faisal Hussein. Fantastic. And also let me take this opportunity to say his restaurant actually employs people with impaired hearing. That is definitely someone who's given us words of wisdom as well as living them. So thank you very much. I am a quick and critical thinker. I like to try out things outside my scope. I am made for risks. If there is a justifiable reason to pursue an idea, nothing will stop me. CEO, Savannah Circuits Technologies, Percy Kipto. DJ, let's look at the camera. Wonderful smiles. Yes, thank you very much. A hand for Moses Ondieki from Lancet. You know, for some of you, the song, I want to be rich, I want to be famous, I want to have lots and lots of money, you're actually living the dream. So, Sauti Sol was singing about you. What does success look like for him? Success for me is using my position to bring positive impact to the industry in terms of formulation of rules, improving standards for the more than 2,000 members, and pushing the government to formulate laws with mwananchi in mind as opposed to revenue, he says. This was an article written by Collins Omulo, celebrating the President Architectural Association of Kenya, Wilson Mugambi. So I'd like you to just stand there. I got a bit excited, yeah? So to help us award and to give these awards, put your hands together for Monica Washeke, Chief Operating Officer, Nation Media Group. Yes. Aya, start that song one more time. Put your hands together for Wilson Mugambi. Uh-huh. I am passionate about ensuring everyone has food. Makofi. What piqued his interest in farming is how he saw his mother earn money that she used to pay his school fees. Even if a Turkana family has livestock, they can't sell livestock, even if it is the only remaining possession to get a child back to school. I am happy my family realized the benefits of irrigated farming, he says. UN Person of the Year Award winner 2022 agronomist Aaron Nanok. Good. This year, he became the second indigenous black Kenyan driver after the legendary Patrick Njiru, and in overall the 8th Kenyan to compete in the World Rally Championship after Shekhar Mehta, Joginder Singh, Vic Preston Jr., Mike Kirkland, Ian Duncan, Peter Horsey, and Karen Patel, who have done so in the last 55 years. Put your hands together for Makre Kimathi. Fantastic. One more. Before starting his farm, Samuel worked at Safaricom, where he was the youngest among technical leads tasked with the Bring M-Pesa Back Home project that involved transferring the mobile payment platform's servers from Germany. Put your hands together for co-founder and lead pace setter Meliora Samuel Kamenchu. Good. A round of applause for Monica Sheke. Good. All right, I'd like to call on stage Engineer John Tanui to hand the next awards. Makofi, kwani? Yeah. Oh, okay. I was just checking. Leadership, he believes, is about collaboration rather than unhealthy competition and requires continuous learning to be able to adapt and survive in a dynamic environment, writes Lynette Igadwa. Let's celebrate CEO, Kenya Medical Training College, Dr. Kelly Olwatch. Good. At Olsuswa, we are looking at using geothermal energy not only to produce electricity, but also for carbon mineral storage to help in the fight against climate change, he says. In the 10 years of the company's existence, they have already been ranked among the top 50 innovative companies on the London Stock Exchange and conducted a successful geoscientific study in geothermal areas. The Managing Director of Suswa Energy, Manga Mugwe. They are still researching. Good. My whole life has revolved around my passion to make a difference in society. That's also our slogan as a company, says the father of two, Director Turner and Townsend, Robert Gishohi. In the words of our Kenyan streets, swag nayo. My friends call me the Kenyan Elon Musk. I am an innovator. I like finding solutions, and that's why by 28, I want to employ at least 3,000 people. In school, we are taught to be good employees, but never taught how to be employers. I want young people to see that they can create jobs for themselves. He says, engineering student Mar Pakadak CEO, Jeff Ayako. Good. To ring every droplet of your career, you need to be diligent, climbing the steps through hard work, dedication, and bulldog determination. Then pray that the gods smile down on you, Hillary says. Director, Public Policy and Research at Institute of Certified Public Accountants of Kenya, Hillary Onami. Thank you, engineer. I'd like to call on stage Group CEO Dentsu, Christopher Madison, to hand the next batch of awards. And may I say, you are such a lovely crowd. Thank you for keeping the energy. Let me clap for you guys. All right. I hope to grow biomedicine and make Kenya a manufacturing hub for in vitro diagnostics, tests which analyze blood and saliva by measuring the concentration of specific substances or by detecting the presence or absence of a particular genetic marker, which has lagged in this part of the world. COVID-19 came with the lessons that we should expand the capacity to manufacture test kits and equipment locally. I would also like to see genomics grow and enhance our capabilities for precision medicine. A clear vision is a mark of a true leader. Founder, CEO, and Chief of Science at Keton Consulting, Anthony Ombebwa Jakodul. And there's a hamper. So big smiles to the camera. Yeah, good. All right. Growing up, this doctor, a senior research officer at Kenya Medical Research Institute, Center for Global Health Research and head for entomology, wanted to be a truck driver. I admired people driving 14 or 24-wheeler trucks. I used to think of them as being, nakwambia greatness can make you parched. I admired people driving 14 or 24-wheeler trucks. I used to think of them as being in control, and they had authority over the road. And they traveled far and wide, he says. Now a PhD holder in biomedical sciences and technology, he's steering a department that studies insects. What an interesting individual. Head of entomology, KEMRI, Dr. Eric Ochomo. I know where he is. He is researching. What is he researching? Insects. You are so sharp. I only had a holiday visa that was lasting about 3 months. But the entire training that I wanted to take part in was taking 8 months. I opted to engage full time and completed the course in 3 months, he says. Rome was not built in a day, and neither was it built by one man. Invest in meaningful relationships. Never give up, even when the going gets tough. CEO and co-founder, Drone Nectar Training School, Kevin Yedenji. And there's a hamper. Big smiles. Good. All right. As I get some water. Oh, the water is coming? Okay. A round of applause for the water that is coming. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. All right. When I was about to graduate, I developed a blended wing body drone, and that was my light bulb moment. I was certain I was not coming home to tarmac, but develop the technology, he says. What a spirit. CEO and founder, Swift Lab, James Munyoki. Big smiles. Thank you very much. Let's appreciate Mr. Christopher Madison. And now to give the last batch of awards, put your hands together for our commercial director, NMG, James Sogoti. What lessons has he learned about failure? My idea of failure is thinking of something and not doing it. By doing something, you do not fail. Failure is the opposite. My teacher used to tell me that the average person is the one who makes it in life. Regional Managing Director, Sub-Saharan Africa, Dentsu, Alex Tutu Moirori. In the last 2.5 years, I played a big role in driving digital transformation in 16 African countries through the PwC network of firms to boost clients' experiences and drive revenue. Senior Manager, Digital Transformation and Change Lead, PwC, Donald Wahura. And we appreciate him. Dr. Karuri is one of a handful advanced trauma and life support instructors in Africa. He is also, get this, a 6-time East Africa Superbike champion. Consultant surgeon, put your hands together for Dr. David Karuri. Big smiles. Yeah. All right. I don't think I have made it, he says. In this life, every mountain every mountain's peak is another valley. There are always more peaks to conquer, more shores to sail. Put your hands together for the head of tax and legal at Betika, Paul Mutegi. Thank you. All right. On his most important lesson from building a business from the ground up, he says, it is failure that unlocks success. There is, however, a caveat. Surround yourself with friends and family members who believe in you, not those who think your business idea will fail. Put your hands together for CEO Sinefa Taita Ngetich. Big smiles. Thank you. Thank you very much. A round of applause for James. Yes, and now we're going to get some remarks from a representative of the winners. Put your hands together for, again, the Director, Information Technology, Safaricom, George Juguna. And as we do that, I've been told that dessert is almost ready.
Thank you so much. CEO Konza and our incoming PS, Engineer John Tanui, thank you so much for being here. Group CEO of our nation, Mr. Gatagama, and all the sponsors and people who've put this together. Has it not been a lovely evening? I have never had a meal in this place, and I can tell you it's been fantastic. Let's give them a round of applause. I think on behalf of my fellow nominees, these great men that are in this room, I would really like to say thank you so much, not just for being named, but for being nominated for this award. Really humbled by the judges, and please pass our appreciation for shortlisting us, for going through all the hard work of reading both the self-nominated, and I had different names. I never thought about that as a tactic, but certainly you did a lot of work to land us here. I think this award is not only important to me and to us in terms of the recognition for our career, but because of the inspiration that it gives to the many young men. Again, I say young men. I think for so long, a lot has been said about the girl child, but it's great to celebrate men. And in this time and in this season, our country and our continent needs great men. So I trust that we will inspire and motivate them to make a difference in the areas of calling. I think for the many years of your diligence, consistency in the industry, in the various places you play, I've heard from healthcare. Excited, I have to say, about the tech teams here. Tech guys, what's up? And we have our incoming PS, so we need to celebrate tech. And tech is everywhere. There's agri-tech, med-tech, anything you put, even if you're a lawyer, you can say law tech. But, but I think all these great teams that have come here, it just represents that in every single area of calling, if you actually work hard, are committed to make a difference, and not just focused on getting awards focused on crime, getting up the corporate ladder, but focused on making a difference, that there is a space where you can be appreciated and recognized. I am a Christian. I would like to thank the Almighty God for this opportunity. Each and every morning, He gives us a plain canvas where we can not only erase some of the mistakes of yesterday, but be able to paint a new day and a new future. I also like to thank our families who many times not only sacrifice just time, but also the thousands of hours that we give to our jobs and our calling in service of our employers, in service of our businesses, employees, and also in service of this nation. There's a lot of friends and colleagues and people who've come along the way with us. As we even take these awards, we call them the lions on the table I'm sitting in. As we I have to recognize our table. We started a trend of standing up when one of us was called, and I can see the two tables near us. They started following. I think one of the best things I've ever done in life is always to surround myself with good people and smarter people than I am. Let's keep doing it. But there's so many people who have constantly believed in us, who've sacrificed for our success. We say Asante Sana, and as the Business Daily and other people publish this, on behalf of all the awardees tonight, we say we are extremely grateful for those people. To all the gentlemen here who are nominated with me and named in this award, I salute you sincerely for the great work you are doing in your fields. It's an honor to get this achievement with you, and I look forward to opportunities where we can partner and work together to build this, our nation, together. I think last but not least, I'd like to appreciate the Business Daily for creating such an amazing award for encouraging young achievers in our country, Kenya. 14 years, that's amazing. And through this period, I'm sure many who have gotten this award before us have spoken to you, have said what it has meant to them and their careers. And we don't only take it with extreme gratitude, but also with extreme humility. Albert Einstein said, don't strive to be a man of success, but to be a man of value. The greatest gift that we can give for this award and appreciation is not to hold it up with pride, to say that we achieved by this age. Yes, we did. But what we will do with it far and beyond. I believe you are not just sons of Kenya, but you are sons of Africa. Let's go build our nation together. Thank you.
Good. I love it. So I'll invite our Business Daily editor to make remarks. Put your hands together for Michael Omondi.
Greetings to everyone here. I'd like to express my greetings. Can you hear me now? Thanks. I'll make a very short remarks, echoing what other speeches have been made here. And one of them is how Top 40 has changed. From the moment we started doing this thing 14 years ago, I've been part of the process right from 2008 when I was a reporter at the Business Daily. In fact, Mr. Tanui, I'm the one who came to interview you in 2012. But we've noticed significant shifts on the composition of the nominees in top 40. One of them is age, which has been mentioned here. I remember 10 years ago or 5 years ago when we were looking for nominations, it was easier to get CEOs who are under 40. I can mention Moria, James Moria. I can mention we had Oigara of KCB, we had a professor at Transcentury. This time around, it became very difficult. I think Marion has just mentioned how we went through a very difficult process. The list came from 200 to 80, and eventually we ended up with 16. But we had to reach 40. So what we did, we had to open the nomination process afresh, call the judges back again to come and vet the new nominees, and eventually we reached the 40 level mark. Another issue is entrepreneurship. I think, Mr. Gitagama, you are a little bit off mark. When you started this process 14 years ago, more than 95% of the nominees were actually in employment. This time around, I think 13 of the 40, which makes it about 33%, are actually in entrepreneurship, which is a good thing, because we're in an economy where corporates are not generating jobs as fast as graduates are leaving universities. So if you have individuals who are going out there to start their own businesses and employ other Kenyans, then it's a good thing. Another factor that we noticed, which matches the corporate landscape of Kenya, is the professions of the nominees. When we started this process 10, 14 years ago, the bulk of the nominees were actually from the finance and the marketing backgrounds. This time round, I think 9 out of the 40 were tech guys. 9 out of the 40 were also from health. Then 5 out of the 40 were from education, which tells you that tech is a new frontier for growth. Yet on the side of education and health, it tells you those are sectors that have needs, and there's an opportunity there for growth. But as Marion mentioned, if you're a nominee of top 40, and I also get it from Juguna, the key thing is to inspire the young people. The key thing is to provide mentorship, provide this as a plan for mentorship, so that we have other young leaders come into the executive positions before they reach the age of 40. And that's the main reason why we started Top 40 Under 40 Club last year, which now has 14 times 40, 560, because we have women as well. It has in excess of about 1,100 members, which we want to use it as a platform for lobbying executives. We want to use it as for lobbying companies, lobbying the government, for us to be able to create a society that the youth can thrive in it. I was very excited when the Minister for Agriculture, that is Linturi, called to ask for a contact of one of the nominees here. I think he's called him Taita Ngetich, because he was very passionate that what we want to do in the next government is to partner technology with agriculture, which tells you even policymakers have noticed that from within the nominees, there are individuals who can be able to impact on policy in government. With those few remarks, asanteni sana.
Again, let me take this opportunity to thank all our partners, and they have contributed to the hampers. So just look at your hampers. There's something from everyone, even a voucher where you can go shop. Okay? Right now, I'd like to invite the head of marketing, Nation Media Group, to give the vote of thanks. Put your hands together for Philbert Ndindi.
Good evening. Engineer, PS nominee for ICT and digital economy. My group CEO, Mr. Stephen Gitagama, the CEO of Simba-Corp, and all the guests who have attended tonight's event. Good evening. Winners, good evening. You should be very proud of yourselves. You have done very well, And I think all of us are very proud of the work that you're doing in your various spaces. Allow me to take this opportunity to thank everyone who has made this possible. I would first start by thanking the Almighty God who has given us life, the reason why we are here today. And then the chief guest, thank you for accepting to grace this occasion and to inspire these young men. Actually, one of the beneficiaries of this very platform. And I think that is very encouraging to all of you. You don't know that 2-3 years ago, or rather 2 or 3, 4 years to come, you could actually be a guest of honor to inspire other young men. And so thank you so much for creating time. Simba Corp, thank you very much for availing the venue. Thank you for partnering with us. To the other partners who came on board, Johnny Walker, Little Red, the Ronald's LLP, Densu, thank you very much for partnering with us to be able to make this event a success. To all the winners, thank you for making time to come. Some of you have come with your family members. We don't take it for granted. We really appreciate. And I think one of the feedback that I have gotten from one of the nominees is that next time we should consider giving them an opportunity to come with their spouses. And I think that's a wonderful thing, right? Yeah, so we've taken that very positively. And to the team that has been behind the planning, the judges, and I want to take this opportunity to thank all the judges for the immense time and sacrifice that you put in helping us to narrow down to these wonderful people. Can you clap for them? I think I will not have done justice if I don't recognize the Business Daily team led by Michael. You guys have done a wonderful job, and thank you so much. And to my team, led by Joanne Njogu, they have also been very instrumental in helping to pull this together. And before I sit down, I want to take this opportunity to appreciate the judges. And I would call on stage Philip, who is a partner at Anderson. Philip, please come on stage. We have a token of appreciation for you. Simpigie Philip makofi jameni. That is for Philip. I also want to call on stage Marion Kadoka. This is for the sacrifice that they put together, they put in this exercise of selecting the winners. And in absentia, let me recognize Maggie Reri, who could not be with us. Can you clap for her? Our MC for the day. I think you have enjoyed our time together here because he's been very charming, right? Can we put our hands together for the MC? Thank you very much and God bless.
Hata mimi nimepata kakitu. I'd like to remind us that there are different elements that you can interact with. So even as we wind up and we finish with our photo session, you can go take photos with the different elements here. So please, musikuwe na haraka. Again, it is Friday. I'd like to call all the recipients of the top 40 under 40 men. Let's come to the stage. We'd like to have a photo op. You know, this is a moment in history we have had individuals. Now, all of you, tukujeni stage, come with your award. DJ, let's give them some music. Thank you. We can give them a round of applause. Yes.
And then move it kwa sababu ya pyro.
Thank you very much. Of course, the tall ones behind, the less taller ones in front. So mutapangwa na photographer. Also feel free to take photos and tag us with the hashtag Business Daily, hashtag Top 40 Under 40 KE. So those who are behind, please just raise your awards. Yes. And if you can tiptoe, even better. We can also stand in a profile so that there is more space. Yes, come a choir. Yes. So could you please come to the front? Everyone needs to be seen. Please. Yes. All right. Musichoke. You have done so well so far. So we'll have different rounds of photography. So this is the first one. All right. Yay! Big smiles. Yay! Good. Big smiles. Fantastic. A round of applause. So we're going to have, we're going to call our chief guest, engineer, group CEO, and also group CEO Dinesh Kotecha. Yeah. All right. Who? There. You can go there. Yes, and we can equalize, so. Big smiles, big smiles. Good. 1, 2, 3, and smile. Let's see those awards in the air. Fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of the official part. There are still drinks and there are still elements. You can leave at your pleasure. My name is El Safanjora. I was your host. Have a lovely evening.